Hey there, everybody, and welcome. My name's Rick here with airgunweb and Gateway Airguns. We just put a new stock on our Gauntlet. This is the Gen 1, really early model, and we're excited to get out here to the range and see if the stock has any improvement. I want to say a huge thank you to Hajimoto Productions for helping us out. Let's get started. All right, guys, so what do we have here? We have the UX Gauntlet G1. This is basically like a super early model. This was, gosh, I got this right as they were coming off the, coming out the gate. So it's pretty early. And we've thrown the Hajimoto stock on it, and I really already prefer the way this feels. I actually don't mind an AR stock. Like I know you guys hear me say I like traditional rifles, and I do. If it's like a thumb hole or a bullpup, I prefer this personally. One of the main reasons is the height is correct for me ergonomically. So the stock is lower than the barrel, not over the barrel like a bullpup often is up here, which then your scope gets jacked up. This, you can keep the scope relatively low. It feels more like a rifle in the way the shape, and the way I'm able to pull it to my shoulder, but it's much lighter. So we have very little weight added to the gun by putting this stock on it. Take that old stock off, it really transformed this to be something much lighter. Now I've talked about Haji, so hey Haji. Haji, if you like Hajimoto and the stuff he makes, you can check it out, Hajimoto Productions, his website. This stock you can buy directly from him. He's got a whole bunch of accessories. One of the things the Gauntlet did, or UX did with the Gauntlet, is it just opened up a bunch of really cool options. This is an example of what you could do. This is a bottle that's got a different regulator on it than what's on here. It's higher capacity, higher pressure, which, that kind of flexibility is just really cool. You take the old bottle off, throw that on, now you get more shots, and you can change your power output. So you can have a bottle for plinking, a bottle for hunting, and that's just really cool. And the Gauntlet put that into our hands as enthusiasts at like a super affordable price. The platform was under $300. That's awesome. Now I know it's more money now, inflation and time and years has passed, but still very affordable. And if you've got one of these older Gauntlets and you want to transform it into something that's every bit as good as a modern gun, maybe even having some cooler features, check out Haji, because he can make that happen for you. Okay, so what we wanted to do today is take a few shots. I'm going to dial it in on paper. We'll take a few shots with it, see how it does. We may stretch it out. I don't know. It's a little breezy today, not too bad, but I thought I wanted to get a feel for how it is with the new stock. Again, I can already tell you I like the way it feels to me with this stock versus the original stock. So let's go take some shots here. I've got like 5 rounds or so left in the magazine, and we'll take a sighter. I'm running a Hawk Frontier 5-20 scope, first focal plane. We're going to take a shot at the first sighter. Okay, low left. So let's adjust for that. Generally speaking, I like to adjust one direction at a time unless I'm in a hurry. So we're going to try and bring it to the right, and then we will bring it up. Okay, now we're going to bring it up. Okay, need to bring it to the left a little bit. There it is. Let's just verify that. Nope, still right a little bit. All right, we're out. Okay. Let's shoot some groups and see where she's fallen, and then we can adjust our scope if we need to. Now I am shooting the 18-13s today. We're going to do like a full-on review and we get this back from Haji, because he's got some stuff he wants to do with it. We're going to put a new bottle on it with an adjustable regulator. Yeah, we've got that. We're going to put the side lever on it. I think he's got a trigger mod. There's all kinds of things he wants to do to it. So we're excited to see that happen. All right, top left, let's shoot some groups. It's a little high. We'll do a 5-shot group and just see where it's fallen. Okay. Group's high right, so we're going to come down left. So we're going to come down. Maybe 4, we'll come left 4. Now I know I try to do one at a time like I said, but we're going to move the whole group. We'll just move the whole group. So we're going 4 down, 4 left. We'll see where that puts us. Do another 5-shot group. The next bowl just below. This rest is not ideal for this, unfortunately, so that may be giving me a little bit of difficulty, but we're just going to roll with it. We also do have a little wind pushing us. Not a ton, but a little bit. A little low. 2. 3. 4. 5. All right, that's pretty decent. I think we could just come left a little bit more. Let's do another set of groups here. One of the things I love doing is showing you guys consistency group to group to group. So it's pretty easy to get a decent group out of a gun. And frankly, when I first started, that's what everybody did. That's what I did. I get a good group, shoot a bunch, show you guys the best. And that's what I did. But, if a gun shoots 1 good group and 8 really not so good groups, then that's not real genuine, is it? So what I've been working on trying to do is show you guys the entire progress of what's going on. How's a gun really performing over the course of a longer period of time? So sometimes if you're reviewing a gun, you have it for a few weeks and then it's gone. How's it like 6 months later? Well, that's the kind of stuff I like doing, kind of the long-term stuff. And also when I'm doing this kind of work, I want you guys to see consistency, group to group to group to group. Does it stay the same? When does it open up? When's it different? Is there like a variation at the beginning of the shot string? Is there a variation at the end of the shot string? Where do you get that super optimal point in the gun so that you can take that out and recreate that on your end? I love doing that, and that's why I'm showing you guys multiple groups. We're going to be doing more and more of that, especially here at the GTA, where this is where we talk to you guys, you're enthusiasts. We want you guys to see, all the nitty gritty details. So thank you guys for hanging with us these longer form videos, but hopefully you enjoy it. So just so you know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, I want to show the full performance of a gun, not just like a little highlight of its best performance. So let's keep moving here. All right, we're going to move down. I could adjust this scope a little bit as far as the position a little bit better. Maybe I'll do that. All right, I was thinking that's just a fraction low left, right? So let's go up and go right. Just very minor adjustment. Let's do 5 shots. Next bull. Cock it. There you go. Pro tip. Close the bolt. There's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, That one dropped. Dang it. Check pressure here in a minute. Okay, we are at... All right, we are falling off the regulator, so we're going to go ahead and fill this up. Pull the bag. I guess since I was not expecting this, but since I'm going to tell you about this cool new compressor I got back here. So let's grab this gun and we're going to do that. I'm going to ask our lovely camera operator. Hi, Sue. She's waving. Can you see me okay over here?
I mean, you're in a dark little corner, but yeah.
All right, that's fine. Cheryl can work all kinds of wonders and make that look better. So we got this new compressor in from JTS. This is the water-cooled, really awesome, built-in converter, can fill bottles, and that was like the thing. We can fill our guns, but we can also fill bottles. That's awesome. We are set to fill 3,000 PSI. We'll turn this on, get this filled up. The fan is way louder than the compressor. The compressor is super quiet, and it's like a sewing machine. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. Low RPM, very durable, can go for a long time, which is awesome. Again, water cooled. If you want to check to see if the water's flowing, just pull this open. Make sure you got circulation. Awesome. Okay. Very easy, very quick, very awesome. Okay, so I lost count, which is why we had the issue. You get about 30 shots with this setup. So I'm going to refill my mag. We're going to start over. And we're going to use the right side to shoot 4 more 5-shot groups. That'll give us a really good idea of how this gun's performing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear the reg. That way, we just filled it. That just gives us a nice, good starting point. I'm going to go ahead and use the right column. And we're going to shoot another 4 groups to see how this gun is really going to perform for us. I almost would like to maybe set this back here and get a block. I'll be right back. Let me set this up a little bit differently for this next set of shots here. I think my shooting's gotten better as far as my groups have gotten better since we got these in. But I do wish I could get the rear of the gun a little higher. That would be the one adjustment I wish they would put on here. But that's all right. This will work just fine. I think what I'm going to do is take this block and drill holes so that the feet lock in and then put rubber on the bottom so it can't shift around. I think that's how I'm going to fix this little problem. All right. Top right bull. Let's see if we're still on target, right? New fill. Let's see where we're at. Low left. 1. Two. Okay, a little low left. Next group, we're going to go down. This will be interesting. When we get this back from Haji, we'll use the same scope, same setup, and we'll see what kind of benefit we get. I bet you we're going to have better consistency. Here we go. Next group. Go left. Okay. Definitely tighter group, but as you guys, I don't know if you can see the banners pushing. We've got a right to left wind, and I think that's pushing our shots a bit. Let's do another 2 groups. See how she does. Yep, just pushing a little left. And the groups are very consistent. It's just pushing a little bit left and a little bit low. Last 5 shot group. So that could be scope adjustment, slightly different conditions. I will be very curious to see when we get this back from Haji if our consistency is better. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. Bottom bowl, last 5 shot group. Way left. Yeah, that last group was not great. Where are we on our... Yeah, we're just coming to where we need to put more air in it. So 20 shots there. Yeah, so let's see what Haji can do to get this more consistent, more accurate. I do know some of the things he's told me he wants to do to it, and I'm excited to send this out and get it back. But I will tell you, I like this stock way better than the factory stock. So that is going to be it for today. If you guys like any of the stuff we've been talking about and you want to get your gauntlet kitted out like to be the best it can be, check out Haji's website, Hajimoto Productions. Again, it's hajimotoproductions.com. Again, this is not a sponsored, it's not a paid for video. This is just something that we're doing. Haji's been a friend of the GTA and airgunweb and a real benefit to the sport for a long time. So that's it. It's not like he's paying me cash to do this video. He's not. He is doing the work, which is nice. I appreciate that, Hodge, but he's not paying us to say all these things. It's just a reality that he's been a great fixture in the industry, and we want to support what he's doing. So that's going to be it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. We have some data that we can take and see where it leads us when we get this back. I'm excited. It's probably going to be a couple months. Going to send this out. Just let him take his time. So we've got what we got now. We got our baseline. Let's see what we get when we get the gun back. That's going to be it for now. My name's Rick here with Gateway Airguns and Airgunweb. Thanks for watching.